What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back. We are back, and we are on time for another What It Is video. Okay. Baby, let's just see how this goes. Let's just see how this goes because I don't know about these notes, but feels a little Debbie Downer-ish. Okay. Um, I mean, right off the bat, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I hope everybody is doing okay. You know, you guys are okay up there, up the north. Y'all all right? Ooh, cause y'all got a whole bunch of snow. I was looking at the videos on TikTok. I think it was like Massachusetts. Y'all was getting it, bitch. Man, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, all them, whoever freak up there. Okay, y'all was getting it. That wind was coming in crazy. Let me tell you something. If something like that happened out here in Chicago, girl, that'll probably be the day I put my I'm finna do FMLA because I am not about to go out in that. Bitch, give me 3 weeks worth of FMLA so I can chill in the house until this melts because I don't play. Okay, I'm not gonna risk that. Seeing people falling down the goddamn steps in New York trying to go to the train, to the subway and all that stuff. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's that. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody is warm. Bitch, where is spring at? Where is spring at for real, for real? I mean, I get it. We still up in February. Truth be told, girl, let's just go there. We need to do February over because Black History Month has been terrible this year. Like, I mean, absolutely, positively terrible. Okay? Listen, it's just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. It's just been so much. It's been so much. I really hate the part in my head, the way, it's naturally parted. So it look like I'm balding, but I'm not. Again, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop coming on this camera and doing that because I know y'all probably be tatted like, God damn it, Ursula. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, once y'all get into, I want y'all to start getting into, like, recording y'all selves and stuff like that. I guarantee you, you'll be feeling the same way, like, fuck, finding out stuff and whatever. But anyway, let's just get into it. Like I said, sad news. We started it off sad, unfortunately, because this news literally just happened today. It literally just happened today. I was looking at Love Is Blind at work, trying to do work, and I just so happened to go onto Twitter, and I'm seeing "Rest in Peace, Robert Jr." Oh, I'm praying for Mary, and I said, "What, girl?" I see the TMZ article, Variety, all of the Bravo channels, fan pages popping up or whatever. And I like, what the freak happened? So if you don't know, Mary Crosby or Cosby, who she's on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, okay? The only black woman on there, right? Very kooky. She's not a Mormon, but it gives like, I don't know, would you call her Pentecostal or Baptist or something? Either way, it's a whole freaking docu-series on her on HBO Max, okay? And yeah, like, I didn't watch it because I tried to watch it and I was like, it's people up in it. It gave way more sensationalism. It gave very much more gossipy or whatever from the first few minutes that I saw it. But I don't need to watch it to understand what's going on because when Mary first got up on the show, all of that stuff started coming out. All of that stuff started coming out, and I believe it. No shade. She can be a fun girl, but she's kooky as shit. But I believe the stuff. All right. Religion is one of those aspects and one of those fields where people literally use. It is very easy to take advantage of other people, including people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financial, autonomy, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to do that, and it gives very much a hurt person hurts another person. I feel bad for Mary too, in a sense, because she was groomed. Okay, you can't tell me no different. The reason why I say that because why is it that her step grandfather is now her husband, and then they was trying to use the narrative that her her grandmother, who was the head of the church, wanted her to be with him or whatever, some shit like that. That never made sense to me, and I don't think that's true. I think that's some bullshit that he probably put out there, and you know, it just felt very predatory. It does, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's a victim herself, and sometimes in certain situations, and we see it all the time, some victims become a predator, some victims become the monster and all that stuff. So yeah, Mary, I'm not saying she's a monster, but Mary got some shit on her. All right, and I don't put it past it. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, one of the bright spots and the calmer spots about Mary, and I'm giving you all this background because when Mary was presented on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she kind of like, when I say kooky, you know, she spoke her mind, but you can tell that she was not like the other women. One, because she was black. Two, because like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about, you know? And you could just tell she was to herself, and she didn't really engage much. And when she did, it was just like, bitch, why am I here, you know? Or y'all remember when she came back and she was laying on that bus when they went out into the, I don't know if they went to the strip club or whatever. She just laid in the bus, the party bus, by herself and ate some chicken nuggets from McDonald's. That shit was funny. I ain't even gonna hold you. She that type of person. And it kind of was like closed off or whatever. So we never really got to see a very personable side of her until this whole situation started coming up with her son, Robert Jr. And this is probably like 2 seasons ago. Okay. Because I believe they were in pre-production for this season, the current season that they're filming. And I got to finish watching the last season that just went off. They were in pre-production and they had to stop because of the news that just came out. And her son was dealing with, you know, drug abuse. You know what I'm saying? He was addicted to drugs, addicted to pills and things of that such, and probably like ecstasy, MDMA, all that stuff or whatever. He was addicted to all of that, you know. Then he gets into this, and when he started getting into the news and the news was coming out, he was getting arrested for driving under influence and doing other stuff like, you know, drug related. And it was him and the girl that he was seeing at the time. And then the next thing you know, the news come out saying that he was married. Mind you, this boy unfortunately passed away at 23 years old. All of this happened in the span of a few years that we seen. A couple of years that we seen, but it was going on way longer, you know. They wind up getting married. They was up in there just doing all of this stuff together. Like probably like 2 seasons ago when all of this really started being addressed on the show, that little girl was staying up in Mary's house. And Mary had the mindset of, I'm not necessarily trying to make him or let him do drugs in my home, but it's better to have him in my home to keep an eye on him for the most part. Like, and I get what that meant. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know, you got to put that foot down, okay? And that's her only child. And then to see that she was trying with him and to hear him talk about how at one point, I think he did say he didn't want to be here anymore, you know? And I remember those scenes with her and her son. And when every time she spoke about him doing the show, when it was at the reunion that year, and probably even this past reunion, I don't know, because I didn't watch all of that, but she was very open about it, and she was very vulnerable about it, and that was the one time that I actually saw her cry. Like, that was probably like the realest I've ever seen her, because she is a character, but you know, it is what it is, right? And so you could tell how much love she has for her child. She was trying to protect her child. That's why she wanted him to stay in that home. Because it's a possibility if he was doing the stuff that he was doing, even in the home, and he was outside the home, he probably would have been gone way sooner, unfortunately. You know? But she tried to make the home a safe place for him. I don't know what the relationship was between him and Robert Sr. We hadn't seen him on the show in a minute. But the last that I heard, he was getting a restraining order. He had got arrested because I think his wife at the time, I believe they are now divorced. She had basically put a restraining order against him, broke up with him. He was going over there to her parents' house and, you know, trying to break in and all of this stuff or whatever. to get her or get to her for whatever reason. And most likely he probably was under the influence as well, unfortunately. And then he got arrested for that, and he was in jail for that. And I believe he just got out, and then they said that police was called to the house. It was a possible overdose or whatever. And the only reason why we know that is because the Narcan was administered to him, you know. And given that, I'm going to tell y'all, I know I get on here and I talk about what goes down in my job. And I've spoken about people overdosing and things like that. And I probably don't seem like I care or whatever. That's because when you see that shit, it's all it's a ruse, okay? Because you gotta, you know, kind of turn your mind off from seeing that or whatever and getting so emotional about it. But if you actually see somebody overdose in person, that shit is scary as fuck. That shit is so goddamn scary. That time I told y'all about the guy that was in the bathroom. He was literally in the single stall bathroom that you have to lock from the outside, from the inside. You can't unlock it unless you got the key, which we did not have at the time. It was locked, okay? As soon as you close it, it's locked, you know? And he was in there for some time. We didn't know that he had overdosed. That's how long he was up in there. And we realized he has not come out the bathroom yet. Other people are trying to get into that bathroom because all of the bathrooms were being used. But why is this bathroom not being opened up or whatever and all of that? And they tried to open up the door, couldn't open up the door. When we finally get the key to open up the door, because we had to find a spare key from the janitor, tried to push that door open, and the door really wasn't budging the way that it needed to be. And that was because he was laid in the he was against the door, like his feet was at the door, and then he was laid like that way. So if we would have pushed him the way they had to push the door, they had to be careful because they didn't want to break his legs or nothing like that, or, you know, fuck his head up, because you had to push him against the wall to get that door open, and his body had to push up some way, somehow, to get it open, to get in there, to get him out of there, because he had overdosed. Another guy had overdosed right in front of us, sitting on the bench in front of us. And for those that have actually been to my job, you know which bench I'm talking about, that right in front of that circ desk, okay? And this was in the summertime last year. Bitch, he sat there and we just hearing his wheezing and all this stuff, and he just plopped over. He just plopped over and he was breathing crazy, and then he stopped. Then we literally just had one earlier this week. Well, at the end of last week, actually, because I wasn't at work earlier this week. This is my first day at work today. He was outside. He was literally right outside the door. And they come in, and it's just so scary to see people do these things. And we have some people that are homeless that come in, homeless, unhoused, whichever word you want to use it. People want to be politically correct. They come in, and you can tell that they're drug users. And at this point, they're kind of like functioning addicts, right? And then you could tell, I don't know if it's the fentanyl or whatever drug that they use, but they're literally leaning over and they're just standing there in place and they're wobbling or whatever, but they never fall down. They never fall down. It's the scariest shit. And some of these people I have seen since our particular branch, my particular branch where I'm at, that location has opened up. And it's so crazy because they were so young, you know? And to see that, and then you think about Robert Jr., who was only 23 years old. And it's like, at least Robert had somebody, he was in his house, he was in the house. At least you don't want to find your child, you know, passed away or overdosing or going through those things, but at least they knew where the child was. You know what I'm saying? When you got these homeless people, the family don't even know where they are. You know what I'm saying? If something was to happen. That's so goddamn sad. And Mary tried. For a person like Mary, if you knew her personality, she tried. And I just feel bad for any family, any mother, especially parents, but mothers specifically, because they had to hold that baby. That's still their baby. They held that child for 9 months in their body. and for your child to pass away at such a young age before you, it's sad, child. It's sad, child. It really is. I just hope she's surrounded by a lot of love. I really do. Rest in peace to Robert Jr. Condolences to the family. Moving on from that, we gotta go to some more effed up mess. We had a tragic situation that happened at Lincoln University. Girl, track and field. Y'all be getting into these relationships and y'all got anger issues and I just don't understand it, girl. Let me read to you what's said. Kevon Golson, he died after being stabbed by his girlfriend who was a fellow Lincoln University sprinter. You know, her name was Danita Jackson. And she's been charged with his death. The police was out there at 1:09 in the morning on Monday at the Missouri campus when they found him suffering from a gold stab wound to his chest and his back. Okay. He got to be airlifted to the hospital and unfortunately he passed away. She said she left work early Sunday night because she wasn't feeling well and said when she came home, she found that Golston was inside her roommate's room behind a locked door and she used a she used a hair clip to unlock the door. God damn, bitch. Is it really that serious? And they was in the bed together. But they was clothed. But they was in the bed together, okay? And so a fight happened, and then she said that old boy kicked her in the stomach, which made her just go a little bit crazy. She said he kicked her in the stomach, started choking her and all this stuff, and then that's when she grabbed a knife from underneath the bed and started stabbing him. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm not here for anybody putting their hands on anybody, okay? I do not like that at all. Nobody gets a pass, okay? You feel like you're gonna be that pissed off. I understand, like, bitch, you seeing your man or you seeing your woman with somebody else or whatever. Yeah, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be angry or whatever, but you gotta, and I know in the midst of the moment, it's easier to say don't do certain things, but until you get into that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do. But you still gotta think, bitch, do I want to go to jail? Okay? Like, no, you don't. Okay? So if you in the midst of arguing with somebody or whatever, somebody get you that heated, walk away. Walk away. Okay? Go outside and punch the goddamn concrete and walk away. Okay? Do not touch that person. You know? Because then it's gonna go further than probably what you expected. And this probably would be a crime of passion or whatever. You know, she came in, she saw Red, her boyfriend, in the bed, if this is the true story, and even though they wasn't really doing nothing, like, why are you in the bed with my roommate? You know that's a no-no. Cuss her ass out, cuss his ass out, and get the fuck. That's what you should have did. But then y'all got to tussling, and, you know, she could probably use it as a case of defense. I don't know. Self-defense, I don't know. If what she says is true, that he attacked her, you know, but no, they got to fighting. So y'all both was in that shit. Because why would he just kick you out of nowhere and start strangling you? You know. But yeah, it's not worth it. Girl, I told y'all about my cousin, right? If I ever brought that up, like, I got a story for everything, bitch. Listen, this is when I say I don't like it when men and women put their hands on each other, and I'm never gonna be here for, you know, it's okay for a woman to hit a man, but it's not okay for a man to hit a woman. No, it's not okay for neither one of you bitches to put y'all hands on each other. My cousin, and what I found out, I don't give a fuck if my family watches or not. Okay, bitch, I'm gonna just put this shit out here. That bitch is in jail. I always say, oh, she in jail. Listen, she in jail and she deserves to be in jail, okay? She got married to some dude, okay? The first time I ever seen the dude was at my cousin, not my cousin, but at my sister's, oh my God, when she was graduated from high school, her little get-together that we was having, her little luncheon dinner that we was having for her before she graduated. Yeah, girl. So everybody came together. First of all these people weren't even supposed to show up. They all showed up, her included, with this man. I said, also, this the man that's this her husband. I heard about him. I was like, okay, bitch. After all this shit went down, I didn't know that she was whooping his ass. Oh, yeah, she used to be whooping his ass. I said, what the fuck? after all of that happened, I don't know if it was like a couple of weeks, a few weeks, or whatever the fuck, girl, I get word she get in jail. What she in jail for? Because she shot at him and then tried to, no, she shot at him, shot at his mama, shot at his mama first, and then shot at him because he was trying to be like, what the fuck you doing? You know, trying to protect his mama, because why are you shooting at my mama? You know, because they got into an argument. And the mom came in and was like, yo, stop that shit or whatever. And she got pissed off and tried to pop her. Like, what? Psychotic. You know, and you wonder why I say I really don't associate with a lot of people in my family. I associate with very few people because I am not, like, imagine we all grew up together. We all grew up together and we just turned out so totally different. I just can't. And I don't really like her, you know? It goes really bad. It goes back, and we would never. And truth be told, if I look at it, I could tell. If I go back in my mind's eye as a kid, bitch, I never really liked her as a kid either. And we used to, like, y'all used to talk about, oh, when we get into fight stuff, have you ever got into a fight? Have you ever got into a fight? I fought my cousins, okay? I only got into one fight that I won for sure. You know, just to let y'all know, bitch, I ain't never lost a fight, all right? But I only got into one fight with somebody that was not in my family, okay? And when I whooped her ass in my yard, I'll never forget that. It's so crazy when you whoop somebody's ass and then they mama come over there, you know, what the fuck happened and all this shit, and you tell them, it's like, well, bitch, why would you do some shit like that? So you get your ass whooped and you get cussed out by your own mama? Yeah, you know, because my mama and her mama used to they grew up together. They was cool like this too, so they knew the fucking shit was dumb. But anyway, so we always used to fight though, bitch. We always used to fight. And she was a troublemaker. Like, she was a ringleader. Like, it was just, I'll never forget when she brought a nigga home. Well, she was sneaking a dude into the house. And my granddad found out about it, bitch. He almost put a pipe through his chest. I'm telling you. My granddaddy was in the Navy, okay? And I don't know what action he saw when he was younger. I don't know what went down, but that man is not wrapped too tight, okay? And back then, like, he ran a tight ship, all right? Bitch, they used to sneak out all the time. I'm telling all my family business. I don't give a shit, bitch. They used to sneak out all the time, okay? And used to bring niggas, okay, into the house, right? My granddad found out about this, and bitch, he was about to kill that motherfucker. I said, oh, I swear. Listen, I could talk all of the mess that I care about Jehovah's Witnesses and everything and how that religion is a cult and it was just fucked up. But I'm telling you, that religion saved my granddaddy from going to jail plenty of time, okay? Because, he stopped himself. I swear to God, if he wasn't, he'd probably be locked up right about now. Girl, that was something. That was some. I never forget the time when all of them, it was my three cousins, they all sisters. I never forget the time they all three ran away at the same time, bitch. It was a fucking mess. Girl, we had some stories, okay? We had some stories, bitch. You know, over stupid shit. Ooh, Halle Bailey gonna be on, Michelle Obama and her brother podcast. Okay, that's cute or whatever. Bitch, y'all put y'all stories down. Since I can tell you my stories, bitch, y'all put y'all tea down in the bottom, okay? But yeah, girl, that was going on. Y'all keep y'all motherfucking hands to yourselves, okay? That is so tragic that this young man has lost his life, and she basically about to lose her life too, because, you know, depending on how they do it, I don't know how the law is out there in Missouri, but girl, you about to get some years. Even if they say self-defense, baby, you about to get some years. You know. But moving on from that, the biggest thing that has been going on for the past few days is this whole situation that happened with the BAFTA awards out there in Britain, in the UK. You know, and I want to preface this. I say what I say. Do not get on here. The fuck is that? Trying to police us people. And when I say us people, us black people, okay? And try to tell us that we should just basically to make excuse, because that's what certain people have been doing this whole fucking time this whole situation went down. So if you have been living under a rock and off of social media and not looking at any type of news outlets, okay, I believe the BAFTA Awards went down this past Sunday in the UK. And it was some controversy that happened and some drama that happened because while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, who were up, they sinners and everything, is going on a run. And, shout out to Ryan Coogler, who won, I think, for Best Director and everything, like the first black director in 77 years of the awards or something like that to ever win. Congratulations. Oh my God. What is her name? Umami? Bitch. The one that plays Smoke Baby Mama. Okay? Miss Fangirl. Listen. Oh, she is so beautiful. Like every color. Let me tell you what's her color. That blue was beautiful on her, but yellow is really her color. She won an award too as well. And I hate the fact that all of this stuff, the awards that the show has been, the movie has been winning and everything, especially during this award season, and then during this particular award show, has been overshadowed by this controversy and putting this other person that does not deserve to be in the spotlight, because people want to make excuses and people want to think just because you have a disability that doesn't mean that you cannot be racist or you cannot be a bad person or you cannot just be ignorant as fuck. Okay, that does not excuse anything. You know what I'm saying? And I put that out there. And please, again, don't tell us, oh, you're doing too much and this person got this or whatever. You need to look up this, because we know what Tourette's is. We know what type he has. We understand what tics are. We know that it's involuntary. We know that majority of the time, or damn it, bitch, they can't fucking help it. But the thing of the matter is, even with all of that, you have to understand that a person can still be offended by the bullshit that come out your mouth when you do this shit, right? Black people and everybody that was so upset about this whole situation or calling out the mess for what it was, motherfuckers calling us ableist and all of this shit just because you have a disability does not mean and excuse you from getting critique, from taking accountability for the fuck shit that you do, okay? Let's just be clear about that. We're not trying to be ableist. We don't want to be that. We're trying to give awareness the same way. This is not fucking acceptable. I don't know how you do it out there in the UK, but bitch, this is not fucking acceptable. You wouldn't be able to get away with that shit out here either, So basically, while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo was on the stage presenting an award or whatever, all of a sudden you hear very clear in a quiet room, this quiet auditorium, nigger. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, bitch. And the way that they paused for a second and they kept going. I applaud Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo for the poise that they made. For having the poise and the strength to just go ahead and continue on and not be like, what the fuck? They didn't acknowledge it right then and there. They didn't react, okay? And I'm glad that they didn't react, because at the same time, a lot of us would have been like, what the fuck, bitch? Then they would have used that against them and be like, angry black men. You see how they are? Or then they would have been like, trying to say that they were being ableist and they're coming at this man that got Tourette's and all this stuff or whatever, and woo, woo, woo. So what wound up happening, the person that did all of this, his name is John Davison, right? Apparently he's an activist for Tourette's syndrome, and okay, that's cool. And he has Tourette's, and he does have tics. And just so happened at this moment, when you see these two black Americans, because I consider Delroy Lindo a black American at this point. He was born in the UK, bitch. When I found that shit out, I said, what? It baffles me each and every time. I said, girl, what? He just, in my eyes, he just as much as a Brit as 21 Savage. Barely, okay? That's how I feel, right? But yeah, girl, they was up there. He said what he said, and the people's is like, oh well, he got this, so he got Tourette's, he got tics, he can't help it or whatever, and it's not meaning that he trying to be racist or whatever, woo, 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 and he got this certain type. Okay, we get that. But what you're not trying to understand is we're very much understanding of the fact that we as black folks, We're very understanding of the fact that he has Tourette's. We're very understanding of the fact of what Tourette's says and what it encompasses, and the fact that they have tics. And sometimes, depending on which type of Tourette's you have, it could be very extreme. And all of these tics are very much involuntary. You know what I'm saying? They have no control over it. We know that. We're not stupid. And that's what part is getting me upset about this whole situation, because the people that's defending this man is like, defending the situation is like trying to make it seem like we're stupid as fuck and we don't understand. And the whole thing is, okay, well, you can't be upset and say that he racist because he said this because he had Tourette's. Bitch, what? Are you serious? Come the fuck again? Your disability does not mean or take away the fact that you could be a racist, or that you could be a bigot, or that you could be prejudiced to somebody, or discriminatory to somebody, or that you could be ignorant as fuck. It doesn't take away from that. Or you could be a bad person, like I said. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we hearing what you guys are saying when you're trying to defend him, but you're not hearing what we're saying as to the reason why we hear you, but we can still be offended because of that history of that fucking word. And it ain't like he said it with an A or AH at the end. He said it with the hard ER, okay? Like, the racial history and negativity that comes with. You know that. You know the hurt. You know the harm. And I don't for one second believe any person in this world who has heard that word don't know how harmful that word is. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know how harmful that word is, okay? And my thing is, why was it in his vocabulary? That shit was in his vocabulary. It was in his vocabulary because why you... I rarely, even when I look at movies, I rarely see or hear people say that word with the hard ER. Mostly it's us saying it with the A, And, this will probably give people, that leeway to say, oh, well, no one should be saying a word. True, but bitch, we took that over. And it's still not going to take away from the fact that that's a hard word that caused harm, especially coming from a white person. All right? Didn't slavery kind of like start over there in UK anyway? Y'all was up there just importing and exporting niggas and all that stuff anyway. See what I just did? You know what I'm saying? See, I can say that, and see what I said? I said with A, okay? But that defeats the purpose, Anyway, my whole thing is... And I had literally said, so was he doing this throughout the whole night? Like, if a white person got up there, and people was like, was he saying things that was, racially charged to other people and other groups when they got up there, other different nationalities and stuff? No, but he called Alan Cummings. He said, now here's the thing. People was going off about it and said, oh, it's just random and it didn't mean nothing. He wasn't racist. But then you had other black folks that was coming out saying, oh, he said it happened to him. It happened to them at the same event. So you're just so happy to see black folks and you just being racist all of a sudden? That word is in his vocabulary. It's in his vocabulary. It's in his lexicon. Come on now. Okay? Come on now, bitch. Two things. And the thing of, again, motherfuckers cannot get the concept that multiple things can be true at the same time. You can have Tourette's. You can have tics. You can have all of this stuff. And you can have these things be involuntary and you don't have control over it. But at the same time, you can also be racist. All right? You can also not mean it. It can happen. But in this case, I don't believe that if I was to say that he didn't mean it, okay, cool. If I had that stance since the first time, okay, cool, I'll get that. But it's what happened afterwards. You so apologetic to the BAFTA Awards about it and said that you felt so ashamed and everything that you had to get up and leave. But yet you have yet to apologize to the people that you actually offended. And then you give this little half-ass apology and you try to make it more so about yourself. Oh, watch my movie and all this stuff or whatever. Bitch, fuck your movie. Okay? And, you got that. And then it comes out that he says a homophobic slur to Alan Cummings. Y'all know who he is. He the one that does Traitors, right? The host of Traitors. And I'm just sitting here like, what? And I think Alan was taking up for him at one point. Bitch, he said a homophobic slur about your ass. And I mean, I get it, but at the same time, what? And the only issue with that is the BAFTA Awards were pre-recorded or they were shown to us on a delay, right? So if it was pre-recorded, you had all the opportunity in the world to edit out that whole part, bleep out him saying that. They didn't have to put that in there. But you bleeped out him saying a racial slur to Alan Cummings, right? But you didn't, or I should say a homophobic slur, but you couldn't bleep out when he came and did the stuff to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. Now you're trying to go back and apologize and all this stuff, whatever. Then you got Google, bitch, somebody that put some shit up there on Google and it's talking about some niggas. I said, what the fuck is going on? Google has to come out and apologize, talking about the situation. I said, child, and you can say that this is a learning situation. How much more learning do we have to do? How much more teaching do we have to do? It's 2026. Motherfuckers know. They don't care. Okay? And again, I'm not saying that the man is racist, because I can't prove it just from this. But I'm saying, I felt like it was racist. Only because the motherfucker has yet to say, I apologize for saying that and for offending everybody that I offend by that word, and understanding the harmfulness of it. It's not in my heart. It makes me ashamed that really came out of my mouth, and I'm so fucking sorry. He has yet to give a genuine apology, if you ask me. A genuine acknowledgement of how that harmed other people. And then for other people to come out, and especially black folks coming out defending that shit, like, are you serious? That's why we got the shit that we got going on now. Because y'all just we got to give grace. Give grace for fucking what? Bitch, y'all don't give grace to us. Stuff happened to black folks, and baby, we don't get grace. We get chewed the fuck out. Come on now. And then this whole thing just stirred up all of a bunch of negativities, because I'm seeing a lot of black people who were posting and tweeting stuff about it, and then in their comments or whatever, you got bots and you got regular folks calling them racist names. And it's like, see, this is what we're talking about. You're proving our fucking point. Y'all don't really give a shit. Y'all just wanted this opportunity to just be racist. There it is. But yeah, y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. Hey, if you still, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. Moving on from that, what is that? Oh, Paradise came back. Oh, I gotta watch it. Okay, I gotta watch season 2 of Paradise. Have y'all started on Cross season 2? You know what? It started off good. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm still gonna hang in there. I have to look at the last 2 episodes. The one that came out today, the one that came out last week. I have not watched those 2 yet. But the way that episode 3 ended, and I'm just finna spoil, like, why they have to do it like that? Okay, we was on a road. That don't go. And if you watched it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why is he with her? Why did they have to do that? I don't want to see that shit. Okay, and she better be a villain or something. Anyway, moving on from that. Let's get into some other controversial mess. Okay. The USA men's hockey team. Bitch, first of all, was y'all watching the Winter Olympics? Girl, I ain't know that the Winter Olympics was on until we found out about Lindsey Vonn having to get airlifted up out of there because she done fucked her shit up. Bitch, I said, oh my God, what happened? Girl, I'm looking at the video, all of that. I said, oh shit. Then come to find out, Mama shouldn't have been out there in the first goddamn place. Because I think they said the week before she fucked up her ACL or whatever. I said, are you serious? Man, she done messed up her pelvis and all that shit. Girl, it was a lot. I said, girl, retire. It's okay. You ain't got nothing else to prove. We know that you do what you do. Get up out of there, bitch, okay? And so I was like, oh, the Winter Olympics is on. That's cute or whatever. Then we get this whole thing where, I do like looking at the snowboarding and all that stuff, and the skis and shit, and the speed skating shit. That'd be cute. Yeah. Shout out to all the black people that came out of there with medals. Okay. So we get the USA hockey teams. Okay. So the men finally won after years and decades of not winning. And the women who won multiple times, back to back, you had this year. The Winter Olympics is just like the other Olympics that's every 4 years, okay? So they won multiple times, okay, in this series, okay, this generation, this century, you know. Whereas the men sucked ass and they finally won. Okay? So you win the US gold medal. Finally for the men after this long loser streak, right? You are in the fucking locker room partying it up and celebrating with Kash Patel, the director of the FBI. Then he get Donald Trump on the phone and they talk about something. We gonna invite y'all to the White House, and we gotta invite the women to the White House too, because if not, then we're gonna try to get him out of office or look at him trying to a way to try to impeach him or something like that. And they cracking up. It was sexist as fuck. It was misogynistic as fuck. And all of that was because the women actually won. Again. Same scores, I think. They said something. Did somebody say the same scores or whatever? But see, the thing of it is, the women actually fucking won. And they been winning. Y'all just now winning and getting y'all stuff. And y'all partying up with this. It's not good optics, especially given everything that has been going on recently, as of recent, with the U.S., with that government, and then you throw sexism on there and all of that, and it's just, or I should say misogyny, all of that, and it's just like, it's not good. Baby, they've been tearing their asses up on all the social media platforms, okay? And as they should. You do all of that, then you don't really backtrack. Some people try to put a post up, then they take it down, and all of that. And you get invited to the fucking White House, and yes, they do go. I think they was up there. I don't know if it was this week. Was it up there? They went. I don't know if it was today or if it was earlier this week. But baby, I saw the video. Oh my gosh. Okay. You have Flavor Flav, who has come out, and you know he loves supporting the women teams in the Olympics, whether it's the Paralympics, Winter Olympics, regular Olympics, Summer Olympics. He's going to support them down, okay? With all of this controversy that has been happening surrounding the teams and everything, in the way that the women were being disrespected after they won gold medal too, Flavor Flav said, fuck that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take y'all out, fly y'all out. We gonna bring y'all out to Vegas, put y'all up real nice, and give y'all a whole fucking good experience, good food, good eats, and just have a good fun time and all of that stuff. And if anybody want to help out, y'all can come in. I'm pretty sure y'all want to do that too. Bitch, the companies just start coming through and say, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll give them a flight, we'll do this, and we'll take care of this, and we'll take care of that. Oh, they finna do it up. They finna have a good fucking time out there in Vegas to celebrate their win. Bitch, and I'm putting that out because these motherfucking men on this U.S. hockey team said, yeah, girl, we're going to go up there to the White House. And yeah, they did invite the women to the White House, and they said absolutely the fuck no, okay? They said, yeah, we're going to go up to the White House. They went up to the White House and talk about, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime. Bitch, for Trump, you can go up to the White House anytime you want to. But for Trump, okay, they go up to the White House. Why this man fed them fucking McDonald's? You went to the White House to see this person and to sit at a table and eat McDonald's. And it looked cold. It's not like they asked them, what's your favorite meals or whatever, and they was like, oh, McDonald's. And then the chef of the White House recreated the meal and made it gourmet or whatever. No, it was actually from McDonald's. It was like that time when they had that college team up there. I think it was like his last term, and they was up there. It wasn't nothing but fast food. And you wonder why we fat as fuck in this country. You wonder why motherfuckers big as shit, bitch. Okay? All this processed food, and you wonder why he going through the shit that he going through too. All right? Like, come on. I would have been pissed. You mean to tell me you did all of this hooping and hollering trying to be on our side? Woo, yeah, Team USA. And you couldn't even get your chef to cook some good shit for them? McDonald's, bitch. Listen, McDonald's should have been a meal that they ate when they left the White House after being up there for as long as they probably was up there. We ate this good meal or whatever. Oh, I need a little, a little snack afterwards, probably later on in the day, later on in the night. Let me get a little bit of McDonald's. Give me a couple of chicken nuggets and all that. A little chicken wrap and that. That's it. A couple of fries. That's what you came up there to the White House to eat. He said, you cheap bitches ain't worth shit. I said, God damn, that was fucked up. I said, you know what? Not surprising because, this ain't the first time he did it. I said, what the fuck? So was it worth it? Was it worth it? Because, bitch, that could have been a FaceTime call. That motherfucker call me on the FaceTime and as I order my own fucking McDonald's, bitch, okay? That is funny to me. All of that over some goddamn McDonald's. And for you to just be getting trashed like a motherfucker throughout the whole interweb. Anyway, that's what was going on with that. And speaking of getting trashed and whacked and everything, 50 Cent and T.I. and goddamn King Harris. A combination and a beef I never thought was happening. All in the middle and towards the end of Black History Month. Baby. Never, ever would I have thought that I would be rooting for King Harris. Because King Harris has been chopping with 50 Cent's ass up. That boy has been whacking. I said, oh my God, I would say let him breathe, but don't. Keep going, King. Keep going, King. Because y'all know our history with King. King is the problem child of that Harris family, okay? He want to be so gangster, so thug, so bad. He want to be from the trenches so bad. Oh, I stayed at my grandma's house and we was here and we was there. Whatever. You grew up behind the gates. I don't care what you say. You grew up behind the gates, okay? Here's the thing. We ain't like him for that because he was doing too fucking much. Like, you ain't even have to do all that. You got all the shit right there. Take that to your advantage. But this time, we team King Harris. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And if you not, you are twisted. And something is wrong with you because how can you be on 50 Cent's side in this shit? In any beef, how can you be on 50 Cent's side? Okay? Like, I would never. And I'm telling y'all here and telling y'all now. And I hate to say it like this because I want to go cold turkey, but I'm not supporting anything else that 50 Cent does. And the only reason why I still, because I was already in the throes of it. The only thing that I was looking at for 50 Cent was the power stuff. I didn't even look at the last season of BMF, and I'm not going to watch it, okay? Once this last season of Raising Kanan goes off, I'm not reviewing or talking about anything other shows with 50 Cent because, first of all, the Power Universe is getting tired, okay? It's time to fucking, y'all milking it. Y'all are milking the fuck out of it. Just like the Scream franchise. Bitch, do you know that they are already in the talks of making a Scream 8 and Scream 7 hasn't even came out yet? And I forgot about the controversy that they did with that. Bitch, anyway, you got that going on, right? And he is just a fucking terrible person. He is such a fucking terrible person. And it's terrible people that love that type of shit. And that's why he'll never go away. He will never fucking go away. He will never be canceled. And as I always tell y'all, cancel culture is not real. Okay? All these people that you want to say is canceled are not canceled because they still got a large fan base for the most part. Okay? We have to understand that. And speaking of some shit, the baby, Jonathan Kirk, I seen a headline or something where he said he basically got himself, he canceled his own self. And he okay with that because he wasn't about to do a humiliation rituals like other rappers was doing. What the fuck are you talking about? You came onto the scene wearing a fucking adult diaper and nothing else. That ain't humiliating enough. And so you still trying to make it seem like you got canceled and you did this all on your own and this is just your own plan. Bitch, no. You got canceled because, one, what you said about somebody was sucking dick up in the parking lot and the gays and the AIDS and all that stuff, whatever, that situation, and it wasn't because black folks had a problem with it, which some of us did, okay? It was because you offended the white gays. The whites got a part of it. And they said, oh, hell no. Oh, fucking hell no, And then that whole situation that happened with Danny Lee, brother, and at the bowling alley, and you just couldn't keep your hands to yourself. Bitch, you fucked your shit up. You can't just say I fucked it up. It wasn't my plan, my bad. You can't take accountability for nothing. Now it's I canceled myself because I wasn't finna do no humiliation rituals. But you was out here with a fucking diaper on. All right. But back to this. 50 Cent, he is so disrespectful even to the people that he worked with. I will never get over when he attacked Notori. And I believe this was probably right after she had her baby. And, when you have your baby and stuff like that, the things that women go through, their body, teeth be falling out sometimes or loosening up. And, I'll never forget when I seen that video about that lady, she said her nipple fell off. And I said, oh, my goodness. They had to sew that bitch back on. Oh, my goodness. And hair loss is a big thing as well. And that picture, Notori had a bad hair day, and her forehead was going a little something, and he posted a picture from one of the dude from Star Trek and basically said that was Notori. It came out of left field. Like, are you serious? And she was better than me because I wouldn't have went back to work with him. Like, come on. But anyway, he's a fucking troll. We know that he's a Class A troll, but this motherfucker he losing, okay? It's one of those situations. Sometimes you win some and you be at the top so much, and then you get that one random motherfucker that come in and take you down. And this, by far, is what's happening or beginning to happen with him, King, and T.I. Now, from my recollection, y'all could put it down in the comments where this truly started if I have it wrong, but T.I., he is back, okay? Y'all saw that T.I. cut his locks off. He got a song out. He put a song out. It's old T.I., okay? We feeling it. The millennials especially. We feeling it, right? Even though T.I. fuck nigga too, but we feeling it, right? It's giving that old shit, good music or whatever. And he was doing an interview or some shit. I don't know if he was on the podcast or whatever. He was doing an interview, and they started talking about verses, I guess. And he said, he could do a verses. He felt like him and 50 Cent should do a verses and all that stuff. And probably was, doing a typical talk, about it. I guess 50 didn't like that. And so 50 started trolling and posting memes and pictures and stuff like that and all that shit. Next thing you know, I'm like, why do we need to do all of that? Just because he said y'all should do a versus or whatever, and that his songs probably will be better than your songs and all that stuff. You can't take a little funny, a little back and forth, a little fun back and forth. You got to take it there. Like, what's going on, 50? You are so insecure. You are so miserable if that's the case. Bitch, next thing you know, because I really wasn't paying attention to it. Because I'm like, girl, ain't nothing. I'm not going to get involved in this. Whatever. It is what it is. It's 50 Cent doing 50 Cent. What do y'all always do, right? Girl, when he posted that picture of Tiny and said whatever he said in the caption, that's when my interest peaked, because I said, what the fuck does she got to do with a situation? She ain't say nothing about you. She ain't say nothing about you. She ain't say nothing about your family or anything. T.I. didn't say nothing about your family for you to be posting his wife like that. I don't give a good goddamn, and I hate this for Tiny. Yes, she has some surgeries or some cosmetic surgeries and stuff like that, enhancement, for the good or for the bad. Who gives a damn, okay? But at the end of the day, she got her man. He likes her the way she is, how she doing herself, whatever. He's still loving up on her. Regardless of if he's stepping out or she's stepping out or if they doing stuff together, they still together, and he still ride the fuck for her, okay? 50, do you got somebody besides the fuck niggas on the internet that's actually in your life that's gonna ride for you the way them two ride for each other? Y'all fucking forget that T.I. went up against Floyd Mayweather when Floyd tried to come at Tiny. Like, come on. That nigga is not scared. So this whole thing with 50 Cent, yeah, he ain't finna back down. And then King got involved because you posted his mama. And then when he does the stuff and try to embarrass people, he do the most unflattering pictures, or he'll get a picture and make it be like it be a somebody that altered it or whatever. He'll make sure it's the most unflattering picture to try to make a point. Somebody could be in mid wink and you will put that on there and try to say that they ugly or whatever, and you know damn sure that they not. But King got up there and went the fuck off in the video. Posting his mama. Oh, bitch, let's dig up your mama. You can't post your mama because your mama dead. Okay, let's go ahead and dig up your mama and all this stuff and woo, 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 woo. And bitch, I was sitting there like, whoa, whoa. Bitch, I was gagged. I said, damn, Lil King. Oh, okay. And then, you had people that were saying, oh, King was doing the most, or King shouldn't have said nothing and all this shit, and why would you go there? Fuck that. All the people that 50 Cent has talked about or whatever, and if you mean to tell me you ain't gonna ride out for your mama, especially if you got a good relationship with your mama, and you let your mama dearly, hell the fuck yeah, I'm on King's side for that. Because what you not gonna do is put my mama up in some shit and think I'm not gonna say nothing. My mama don't talk to nobody. My mama don't hurt nobody. My mama don't bother nobody. So I was on his side for sure, for sure. And T.I. put out a diss song. And I said, I know that's the fuck right. That video that he put up there for, I think his mama's birthday, and he was going back, it was partly a diss song too. Was it the diss song? And then he kissed his mama on the cheek, bitch. People was like, why he kissed his mama and all that stuff? Because the whole situation just happened with King coming at him. You put his wife up there, and then his wife was going up for him in the video, if you saw it. Tiny was like... And then it's like, King said, well, bitch, you coming at my mama. Let me come for your mama. And then T.I. kissed his mama because 50 Cent can't kiss his mama because his mama is not here. And they called him out on his bullshit about, you don't respect women at all. You're miserable as fuck. Nobody in your family likes you, okay? You are in your feelings and you're hurt and scorned because the one time that you probably did fall in love with someone, that girl found out to be a goddamn escort, all of that shit for Diddy. And you just can't take that, okay? You can't take that, right? And so you're miserable as shit. He is a miserable person. And I don't understand why people go up for that. I don't. And then you got now Miss Tina. When I got on Instagram that day and I scrolled and I saw Tina, and she had posted what's her name? She had posted Tiny, a video of Tiny. It was just, giving her praises and everything. I said, oh shit. I knew right in there. Even though she didn't really say the words, Mama Tina has a way of writing her captions, misspelled and all, wrong tags and all, okay? Misspellings and all, or throwing shade without actually saying, I'm shading this bitch and fuck you, bitch. She has a classy way of doing that shit, right? And you can pick up on it right away. We already, especially if you know what's going on, we already know what it is, right? So that's why she posted it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bitch. Y'all already know that's why she posted it. Mama Tina, what we have to understand, Mama Tina is messy. She is classy messy. She is classy with her mess, okay? And that's how I never forget when she said, oh, the girls be like, Mama, I don't want you posting this. You need to stop posting so much. And she be like, fuck that. That's literally what she said when she was doing the book run, when she was doing a promo tour for her book. They know she messy, bitch. And that's just what it was. And she was like, no, these my peoples, okay? And they support me, so I support them. I'm going to put her up on the page or whatever. And what, bitch? And then you go look at the comments. And you do the comments was on her side. And it was people that was mentioning 50 Cent. Holly Robinson P said, yeah, I stopped fucking with 50 Cent when he did that and he was being rude and disrespectful to her and he mocked the autism person or some shit like that because, you know, her son got autism too. And so I said, oh shit, now you done put a name on it, bitch, in the comment. It wasn't Tina, it was Holly. Okay? Holly Robinson P. And I said, oh shit. And then all the other comments was, we already knew, bitch. Next thing you know, this motherfucker then posted Tina on his paper, on his fucking page to talk about something. You know what? I'm just leave this right here. But I'm not gonna say what I could say, but I'ma just, and it was a fucked up picture of Mama Tina. Okay? I said, you know what? And this is what I'm talking about. He put up the most fucked up picture of people, and especially women, and he only really do it to women. Yeah, we seen him go toe to toe with some niggas, but niggas that really ain't got shit. But then he mostly go after women, and those be the ones that be the long drawn out ones, for real, for real. Okay, I say the ones that's probably even longer drawn out. If it was a guy, it's Jay-Z. For whatever fucking reason, he don't like Jay-Z. And he keep going at Jay-Z on social media as if Jay-Z is going to respond to him. Jay-Z is not going to respond to him. But see, at this moment in time, Jay-Z, I need you to... Y'all being a little bit fucking too humble for me, okay? The Carters is being way too fucking humble for me, bitch. Sometimes we got to break out and get ignorant as fuck, bitch. Okay, what Eric Mays said, Councilman Eric Mays, may he rest in peace, bitch. He said, when they go low, I go fucking lower, bitch. And I feel like y'all need to start doing that. Okay, we getting too grown. We getting too like fuck. Oh, I'm so glad. Sometimes, oh, bitch, no shade. I be glad that my fade don't be out here just cutting the fuck up and doing all that shit. But then it comes to a situation like this where it says enough is enough, bitch. Y'all gotta say something. Bitch, you gotta let the goons out, okay? You gotta let the goons out. This motherfucker comes at your neck, and it feels like it's like, well, bitch, you could come at my neck. I don't give a fuck. But this motherfucker done said something about your mother-in-law, okay? You got motherfuckers like Kanye, like, bitch. And speaking of the fucking BAFTA and all that shit, we ain't excuse fucking Kanye and his bipolarism for him being anti-Semitic and all that shit. Oh, hell no, we was on his ass. We was on his ass. So why the fuck you think he gonna get a pass just because he got Tourette's? Oh, bitch. Get the hell. Anyway, yeah. Motherfuckers be coming at your kids. Motherfuckers coming at your wife. Motherfuckers coming at your mother-in-law. And you gonna sit back? Fucking cease and desist. Put hands on somebody, bitch. Okay, I want to see hands. Okay, T.I., you got to put the goons out too. T.I. said, I'm going to let King handle my little lightweight because this is my lightweight right now. Bitch, they is whacking his ass. I don't know where King getting all this shit from. Just posting that about the ex-girlfriend and his first baby mama. And I said, oh my God, he tried to set people off. I said, what the fuck is going on? King is not letting up. King is not letting up. And you see, he said something about Solange too. And I said, oh, bitch, what? And he took that shit down, though. He took both of them down about Tina and Solange. I said, I know, bitch. Because Beehive was tearing that ass up, bitch. Or whoever the fuck was tearing it up and told him. They're going to post a picture with him and Tyler Perry. Tyler said, you trying to get into the movie business 919, you're going to probably be working with one of us. You know, because he trying to get his little movie lockdown going on in Louisiana and all that stuff, just like Tyler Perry and all that. But, bitch, I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry said, take that shit down. Because you know Tyler Perry and Tina, they good girlfriends. They good Judies. But this saga and this situation between King and T.I. and 50 Cent, it ain't over yet. And my thing of it is, okay, you got an issue. We want to take it to hip-hop, all right? T.I. did it the right way because T.I. wasn't really trying to start no beef. He took it as that way, you know? And so since you want to be all catty and be a little bitch and want to do this little trolling with memes and stuff on the internet, I'm not finna play these internet games because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not an internet-ass nigga. I'm a booth-ass nigga. I'm a rapping-ass nigga. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the booth and I'm going to do a diss track to you. He still ain't got in the booth. 50 Cent. King ass and got into the fucking booth and probably put a little diss track out. I ain't finna listen to it. But he still ain't got into the booth. And y'all hyping that up. Okay. And let me tell you something. And speaking of an internet ass nigga, Tyrese. Tyrese posted a 38-minute and 42-second or something like that, 48-second video on Twitter entitled it Marriage. Or Marriage or Marry or whatever the fuck. Now, do I know what the video was about? Did he say that he was married or getting married or whatever in the video? I have absolutely no clue. Because the video, as soon as I saw that it said 38, almost 40 minutes on fucking Twitter, bitch. What? Uploaded to YouTube, bitch, okay? We're not finna sit here and watch this on no goddamn Twitter, all right? Just yapping about nothing. Anyway, Tyrese. Congrats or sorrows. I don't know which one to give you, okay? Anyway, moving on. Savannah Guthrie and this whole situation with her mama, bitch. First of all, I had forgot all about it. Because I just pushed it out my mind. I pushed it out my mind because they ain't giving us nothing. The way that they have bumbled, fumbled, and just fucked up this whole situation, you got people thinking that this shit is a goddamn hoax because the police and all the people around is not doing a good job trying to solve this shit. Girl, we could have did this. And then it is, what is today? Because the last time that they saw the lady was January the 31st. Today is the 25th. So the lady has been missing with no signs of life, signs of whatever for the past 25 days. Without her medication, the pacemaker is out. She needs the medication to live. Okay? And they ain't found nothing. And then they just randomly, all of a sudden, a couple of weeks in, get this videotape of the person on her porch or whatever, breaking into the house. Okay? Then after that, the next week, we finally found a glove in her yard. How is it that you just not found it 3 weeks later? What? That don't make no sense. And they keep on putting these videos out, and then Savannah put this video out basically saying, we offering $1 million to either bring my mama home whichever way. You know what I'm saying? Whether, in this world or not. You know what I'm saying? I just need her home. Somebody give us some information, okay? And then kind of found out, they said allegedly Savannah and them wanted to, because I was like, why are we waiting so long into this whole investigation, if it is an investigation at this point, to put out a reward if you got any information or whatever. I said, don't they do that like at the very beginning or at least a week into it or whatever? Like this seemed kind of late in the sauce, Girl, they said Savannah and them wanted to put that shit out like the first week, and the police and them told them not to. Everybody else around them was telling them not to. I said, girl, what? Bitch, what? And then all of a sudden, people want to do a search party. They want to get out there and search for the lady, and the police out there telling them, no, you can't do it because you need a permit. I need a permit to go search for somebody that's missing, an elderly woman? Oh. My God, that lady is no longer here, unfortunately. I can already tell you that. I don't know for sure, but I mean, come on. They ain't trying to say Mexico. Oh, bitch, y'all heard the shit that was going on in Mexico? They killed that cartel leader and they lit that motherfucking cities up. Bitch, if I was in that goddamn airport, I ain't finna talk too much about it because I'm scared. You ain't finna come after me, bitch. Okay? They was all up in that goddamn airport, bitch. Girl, I would have been. That'd be the one moment y'all get a video of me crying. Cause I said I'd never get up on this goddamn internet crying or whatever, intentionally just setting my phone up and just crying into the camera. Bitch, never. But that'd be the moment I'd be live streaming just crying my ass off. I was so fucking scared. I don't want to die. And then for the motherfuckers that's up there, you see all of this shit that's going on. You see all of this stuff that's going on. And you sitting there like, should I go? Well, can I still go? We didn't made plans to go out there. Should I? What? You so worried about what you did, you ain't even worried about the innocent people that's getting hurt. That's so selfish, okay? Did you get travel insurance? If not, that's your fucking fault. And then I see this one where this lady was talking about how this person that she used to follow for so many years, she had to unfollow her and block her ass because this bitch talking about some, they stuck out there in Mexico, and every time she trying to talk to somebody, she can't. It's like, don't nobody know English? Bitch, you are in fucking Mexico. Ain't the official language is Spanish? Como estades, bitch? I said, oh my God. And this is why other countries really do not like us, Americans, bitch, because of this stupid shit. Oh my God. But I pray for the safety of the people, the innocent lives out there, in Mexico. It's a lot. It's a lot. But moving on from that, Janet Jackson, what's going on, girlfriend? We going to y'all remember on that episode of Basketball Wives when Jackie was trying to tell them what the trip was they was finna go to, and she wanted them to gas, and she put that scarf on, and said we finna go to Islam. No offense, but that shit was fucking funny. And they weren't going nowhere near. Anyway, I say all of that to say, and no offense, oh my God, y'all fasting. I wanted to do, like, I see people that are joining in. Is it Ramadan? Ramadan? Bitch, because I want to say it right. If I'm not, I apologize. How long do y'all have to fast? Let me see. I want to look it up. Well, how do you say it? I'll just do this. Fasting during. There you go. How long is it? The entire month. Whew, Lord have mercy. How y'all do it? Y'all got so much strength and respect for me because, bitch, I get a headache real quick. I get a headache real quick after a certain amount of hours. I be a little shaky. And what for the ones that are anemic and stuff like that? How that work? Oh my God, this is so fascinating to me, because other people who are not part of the Muslim faith, religion, Islamic religion, and do all of that, and then they gotta, oh Lord have mercy, you abstain from all food, drink, including water, bitch. Now see, that'll take me down for the next 30 days. Oh Lord have mercy. No sex, no smoking until sunset for 30 days. One thing about me, that'll show a good, strong sense of character and willpower. Your faith to get tested. I really feel like that will happen. I appreciate other people's religion. But big, let me tell you something. The part that'll get me, first of all, I have gone plenty of days where I don't eat until probably like after 5 o'clock. That'll be like my first meal of the day. And the only reason why I probably feel like I need to eat then, and I know it probably don't look like it, but it does. It happens, especially lately. Is because all of a sudden, bitch, I feel a little woozy. I feel a little lightheaded, like I'm finna pass the fuck out. Bitch, go fix you something to eat, right? And see, that's fucked up because then that's when you start fucking yourself up and eating large portions and all that shit. That's what be happening to me. But see, I haven't been doing that lately, so I am so good with that. But the part that'll get me, I ain't fucking right now, so it don't even matter. I don't care about that. Unfortunately. So that'd be cool, but that's still sunset, sun up, sunset, okay, I get that. But the drinking no water, I can give up fucking drinking everything else, bitch. No water. So throughout the fucking day, I gotta just drink my spit. And my throat get dry and sometimes that bitch stick together. My tongue get, bitch, are you serious? No disrespect. That'll take me out. Oh my God. How do y'all do that? How do y'all do it? Oh, y'all got the utmost respect for me, the ones that are going participating, or this is what you do each and every year. Respect. But what was I saying? Why are we talking about this? Oh yeah. That's willpower. I ain't got it. Janet Jackson. They said Janet Jackson might be out here dating Louis Farrakhan's son. I said, bitch, what? You back down that road again? Cause y'all know her baby daddy. He was a Muslim too. Okay, he was a Muslim too, a Muslim billionaire. All right, her ex-husband, I should say. Um, but yeah, girl, they said they might be messing around. They've been seen around a little bit, time and time again. You know, at a few events here and there. The latest that we seen was at the New Edition Boyz II Men Tony Braxton concert, I think in Detroit. I said, oh, and he a nice looking dude. You know, he got some kids and he had a wife that recently passed away. Well, I ain't gonna say recently. It was 2024. In my mind, that's still recent. But she was sick, and you know, he stood by her side and everything. I mean, I hope he a good dude. You know, Janet almost 60 years old. Okay, hey, we don't want to end up by ourselves. You know, so hey, I hope he's a good dude. I hope he's a good. You know, what else is going on? Let's talk about some legal stuff. Y'all saw Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? First of all of that goddamn cheetah print. I seen a TikTok where this girl said, what is it about us black women getting to a certain age in our 30s and 40s or whatever where we just convert to always having a piece of cheetah, leopard, or something in our house? I don't have that, but I know plenty of people who are 35 and up who has a piece, okay, and will wear all the time. I said that shit is so fucking true. And then to see this trailer, and that is the theme. I said, oh my God, that was just so funny to me. I don't know. It didn't really move me. I wasn't gagged by anything. I was like, oh my God, bitch, I can't wait to see it. Yes, I'm going to be tuned in, of course. You know, and y'all know me, I probably don't get excited until probably when the show about to air the week before or a few days before. So, you know, it didn't really pull me in yet. But, you know, of course I'm going to be watching it. K. Michelle on there. And K. Michelle and Drew Sidora, bitch, y'all going back and forth for fucking what? Y'all look the fuck the same, bitch. What is going on? What is happening? Anyway, Kenya Moore. Kimora? Kimora across the street. Kenya Moore hair care. Girl, things ain't looking good for Miss Kenya Moore. In that whole spot. She pisses me off so much because you had it all and you fucked it up. And I can't help but think that she is the reason for her own felon in this goddamn spa situation. Because not only if it's not even just because of the situation that's going on now, I don't think, if anybody could tell me, is people actually going into her spa and getting services and stuff like that. You had the prime opportunity that was just placed and handed to you on a silver platter to get your business and do the same fucking thing for your business that Kandi did for hers. Kandi displayed her business on this show. Each and every one of them. No matter if they still open or not. She displayed them and she still got traction going through them for as long as they open or if they're closed or whatever. I don't know. Okay? You could have used that same fucking thing. You could have used the same model and did the same thing with your shit. But you decided to put some dumb newbie on fucking blast in the most ignorant ass way and get your ass caught up and pushed off this show. Oh my God, I just feel so... Oh, she's so disappointed in that aspect. Because why would you let that bitch do that? And now both of y'all asses ain't on the show. And what's going on with that? Remember when Britt came out and said that she was finna sue Bravo? I ain't heard shit else about that. Hadn't even filed the papers yet. Anyway, so this is what's going on with Kenya Moore. They said that a judge, she has been ordered by a Georgia judge to give almost $90,000 in unpaid rent and utilities for her Kenya Moore hair spa. The court records show that her company, Moore Vision Media, was told to pay $43,988 by late February and another $43,988.67 by late March totaling $976 owed to the landlord. In addition, the judge ruled that Moore Vision must continue paying approximately $5,500 a month in rent until it vacates the premises or otherwise resolve the lease dispute. The ongoing legal battle stems from a lawsuit filed by the property owner, Northland Chambly LLC, which claimed that Kenya's business stopped paying rent in December 2024 and also failed to cover utility costs under the lease. A few weeks after the judge's latest ruling, the landlord said that Moore's company missed its first payment deadline and moved to demand possession of the property. The court has yet to rule on that eviction request. And I know Kenya was trying to save face. Remember when she tried to put that video out and talk about it or whatever? Girl, just say you broke. Just say the money ain't coming in like the way that you ain't making a profit. You're not turning a profit. And that's just really what it is. Go ahead and cut your losses at this point. And I know she just sitting back regretting a whole bunch of shit. Go ahead and cut your losses at this point, okay? Cut the lease. Some way, somehow, get up out of it, okay? And don't re-sign a lease. Don't try to open up again until you build your shit back up, okay? Because this is embarrassing and this is crazy. Because it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be. Also, you got Tyra Banks out here seeking more than $50,000 in sanctions against a former business partner, claiming that she should not have to defend herself in court over a commercial lease dispute. She had called the lawsuit a celebrity shakedown, arguing that the case was meritless and forced her to incur unnecessary legal costs. And the demand for sanctions comes from a lengthy dispute with the building owner, Christopher Powell, who previously sued Tyra over an abandoned ice cream shop lease that began with a 10-year lease in Washington, D.C. 10 years. God damn. Tied to her Tyra Smiles and Dream ice cream brand. Powell said he turned down other tenants and invested thousands in prepping the space for Tyra and her boyfriend. However, the couple ultimately backed out of the deal and instead opened a location in Sydney, Australia, and stopped paying the rent. Originally, Powell sought more than $2.8 million in damages and later upped his demand to $2.9 million. Bitch, why didn't you just go to $3 million, okay, if you're going to do that? But ultimately, voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit in December, and Tyra denies all the wrongdoings and said, bitch, give me that $50,000 now. And truth be told, he better be glad that she only suing for $50,000 because I'd be a petty bitch and try to sue you for the shit that you sued me for. Bitch, the fuck? And he talks about this again. With the American Next Top Model docuseries that had came out, you got Miss J, unfortunately, is really going through it. Miss J had to put up a GoFundMe because they need a whole bunch of assistance. A lot of people got a problem with the fact that you got people like Jay Manuel and all them just going around on this goddamn media blitz of a tour talking about it and just dogging Tyra out. Bitch, let me tell you something. The main reason why they got an issue with it, because when you go back and you look at the show, motherfuckers is up here talking like they ain't had no parts in it or they wasn't just as bad. Bitch, I tell you, them motherfuckers was worse. All right? Tyra was crazy as shit and she probably was worse behind the scenes, but bitch, on camera, y'all asses was fucking worse. Okay? Y'all hands are not clean. I just want you to understand that, especially you, Mr. J. Okay? Yeah. Y'all remember Patrick Beverly, that former NBA guard who had that podcast and who was talking about, who used to talk about Russell Wilson. He talked negatively about people. And I think he did say something about Russell Wilson and Sierra and all this stuff, calling him a chump, calling him weak and lame, just like that light-skinned dude, that chowder dude or whatever. Yeah, he one of those motherfuckers. Only for him to get arrested for attacking his 15-year-old sister. Yeah, beating her ass and all that stuff. So basically, they had They said what they say? He's been cleared of it. So he trying to say he never did it, and they cleared him of any wrongdoing or whatever the fuck. I don't believe that he didn't do anything. I will always believe that girl, just given who the fuck he is. And I don't want him to be around her at all. Don't go by her. Don't call her. Don't say nothing to her. Okay, don't even breathe her name. Ray J, girl. Ray J got into it with somebody in his house. The LAPD was called around 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday. Said that a Persian female wearing yellow came there, and it was some domestic stuff. But they left. Neither one of them wanted to press charges. I said, y'all is up there tossing and tussling with each other, and you supposed to be sickly. Meanwhile, Kris Jenner fighting back against him. As y'all know, Ray J kept on talking about something. He wanted to put a RICO on Kim Kardashian and all that stuff or whatever. Bitch, Kim Kardashian said that shit is fucking up my shit. You up here trying to play me like that. And then you got Kris Jenner said she filed some court documents in this defamation lawsuit accusing Ray J of attacking the family for years, making outrageous and untrue allegations, and basically, trying to get her get back. Now, truth be told, do I feel like they gonna win it if this go to court? Kris and them gonna win. But at the same time, do I feel like, as much as I can't stand Ray J, because he just really childish. That's why. He's very fucking immature at this point. Like, grow up at one point. It's okay to be funny and goofy and all that stuff, but at some point we got to be mature, at the same time. And he don't know how to balance both, okay? Maturity and Ray J is never in the same sentence. But just like, listen, unlike the whole situation with when Angela White, formerly known as Blac Chyna, had sued because they had cut off their show, her Chyna and Rob show, for season 2 or whatever. Girl, that was stupid to me, only because y'all not together. So what was the show gonna be about? It's called Robyn and Chyna. We ain't want to see both just one person, and the people wasn't gonna tune in for you. I'm sorry, that's just not what it was. Okay, the people in the draw, black people tuned in because they wanted to see the fact that this black lady came through and infiltrated the Kardashians. And then you had the other people that are fans of the Kardashians that tuned in to try to see what was going on with Rob. Baby, and after that, if he wasn't gonna be on the show no more, girl, they weren't finna tune in for you like that. No. So what was you suing for? And she lost. And I already knew she was gonna lose. That was a big old powerful machine that they got behind them. Definitely was gonna lose that one, okay? And I could kind of see that. But this one, I could see Ray J losing it because of said powerful machine. But at the same time, I do believe a lot of the stuff that he said. Some of it may be a little far-fetched, and I'll be like, but I do believe some of the shit that he has said, okay? Like I say, multiple things can be true at the same time, all right? There it is. What else been going on? Ooh, people are in legal trouble. Rest in peace to two-time WNBA champion Kyra Braxton. She died, unfortunately, at the age of 43. She won the NBA titles in 2006 and 2008 with the Detroit Shocks. Oh, they didn't say what she passed away from, but 43 is too fucking young. That's too young, baby. Oh my God, that's so sad. They said the daddy from Lizzie McGuire died. I said, oh my God, what? What happened? I think he took himself out. I think he was 71 years old or something like that. When they finna do a Lizzie McGuire reboot or tell all or something like that, ain't they doing one with Hannah Montana? I'm gonna be real with y'all, bitch. I ain't really watched Lizzie McGuire. I was an Even Stevens bitch, okay? And look how that turned out. Bitch, okay? And I think Chrissy Romano just came out and said she had cancer or something like that. Oh my God, what the hell is happening? Oh, last thing on the list, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with this whole situation, and some of y'all probably don't know about it. It was this dude on TikTok, because that's where he came out from, and that's where I first saw him at. Called the DL Whisper, a gay man, a feminine gay man, who is up here calling himself the DL Whisper. This is after he rebranded, because he used to be for the DLs, and that's what his thing was, and now it's the DL Whisperer, and his whole niche or whatever is to give and advice and educate heterosexual women on how to spot a DL man and if their man is DL. He does all of this by lies, okay? Lies, 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 lies. And some people don't see the problem with this. And my whole thing is, how can you not? He is literally giving room for people, specifically, unfortunately, women, and specifically even further, black women, to be homophobic towards gay people, gay men, and to be transphobic, because he has also attacked trans people. I don't know what his beef is with trans people, but he does not like them. Okay. And it's I don't understand it. And it's gotten out of hand. And this is what I say and what I mean when we say that you could be part of the LGBT community and you could be a gay person or a lesbian, and you could be transphobic. You can be also homophobic as well. That internalized homophobia still happens with people who are gay. We got the outside world being homophobic to us, and we also got people within our own community being homophobic to us, and allowing a space for others to come in and be homophobic to our community. And that's what's been happening. The fact that these heterosexual women are looking to this guy, this young guy, to talk about and to see certain signs about what a DL man is and what you should be looking for, when that's not true. And a lot of these DLs, you would never fucking find out, because you would never know. You would never be able to tell. Okay? You're getting played. You're getting gooped. He's not educating nothing. He's putting out ignorance and giving a place for motherfuckers to be homophobic and transphobic. If you have to worry, and if you think that something is going on with your man and you feel like he's not being real, just break up. Just break up, okay? Just break up. Why do you need to have somebody to teach you to look for fucking clues and all that stuff? And you're paying them, and you're paying them by just sending money to his Cash App and all this stuff. Then he gets into this whole big thing, and what got him in trouble is because he started attacking 2 trans women, and then a third one, and then women in general who are not here for the bullshit that he's saying. Mostly they're black women, attacking them, doxing them, and all that stuff, but then want to play victim. He attacked and went on this whole attack thing against Dominique Morgan and T.S. Madison. He even went so far as to, do the dead naming, to do misgendering both of them. And then I think it was another trans woman, Cherry the Boom or something like that. All of that. These people, women, these trans women did nothing absolutely to them. Did nothing to him. He just literally started attacking. And don't say, oh, no, that's not true. Oh, yes, it's true, because I was looking at it from jump. I'm constantly on TikTok, bitch. I'm a bored bitch, okay? I got shit else to do, all right? I use it to pass the time sometimes. And so the shit be popping up, and I got to go back to the beginning. I was like, what? Because I follow Madison, I follow Dominique, I don't follow Cherry. I don't follow DL, but he was popping up. And I'm looking, and I'm like, where's all of this coming from? I go back, and all year, I'm just going back and back and back and back, trying to see, did TS really say something about this man? Did Dominique say something about this man? No. He went as far as making fake prison documents, fake documents on Dominique Morgan to say that she's supposed to be going to jail December the 17th or whatever. What? It was just really crazy, okay? You're wasting and you're spending all this time and energy on people that did nothing to you. Drove past Madison's house getting on these podcasts and stuff, basically threatening their lives and talking about how you want to take Madison out. And I'm talking about out of this world. All right? Those are threats. That's stalking. And that is what he got arrested for after Madison and Dominique have filed temporary restraining orders against him, which they were granted. He recently got arrested for aggravated felony stalking. That is a felony, okay? And if he is found guilty, he could spend up to 10 years in jail, all right? And his bail recently was denied. So he got to stay in jail until his court date. Listen, was it worth it? Then you had put up a GoFundMe because he was saying that he had to leave or whatever because his place wasn't safe and all this stuff or some shit, just lying. And you had people that was actually just giving money because y'all so fucking hateful. You so fucking hateful, and don't say that you're not. Don't say that you're not, and don't say that he's doing good work and he ain't doing shit. The shit that he probably said to you about how to spot a dick is common fucking knowledge. And you really just eating it up. It's giving you the room to be fucking homophobic, and that's just all that it is, and transphobic. Okay? And you're paying for all of this shit. Now you gonna put money on his books when he go to jail? That man literally set up a GoFundMe and was acting like it's to relocate. That motherfucker is not. He was playing y'all. And y'all played right into it. And he gooped and schemed and all that shit. And it's going to be motherfuckers that's still going to be like, oh, free him. He was doing the Lord's work and all this stuff. So it's okay to not agree with people and their lifestyle or whatever and all this stuff. But to go on a fucking campaign of hate and to stalk them and to be discriminatory and to just go in on them and they did absolutely nothing to them, to you, you think that's okay? That's what you stand by? That tells me all that I need to know about you if you do. And if anybody that I know that watched me did fucking donate it and go buy that shit, you dumb as shit. You really dumb as shit. And you hateful. But anyway, that's all I gotta say, y'all. What else is going on? East 50th Street will be closed. For what? On the 26th and the 27th, what's gonna happen? I gotta see what's gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, y'all. I got the video out. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm telling you, it be the little stuff that just be cracking me the fuck up. Ooh, I need a goddamn life. Anyway, y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all be safe. Y'all be warm. All right. Be careful out there in those streets. Thank y'all for watching. If you made it this far, I truly, 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 truly do appreciate it. I'm going to pose the idea to y'all. I'm trying to flesh it out. Probably by next week, I'm going to pose the question. When I get everything that I need, I thought, the questions that I have. So, look out for that. And look out for that. And next week's what it is, okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace.